Okay, so some of the basic water quality stuff that we measure every time we come out, the things that are most important to the fish. What I'm going to start off with here is the temperature and DO meter. Obviously, everybody knows what temperature is. DO is dissolved oxygen. So I'm measuring the concentration of oxygen in the water, because fish obviously don't generally breathe their oxygen in through the air. They're getting it through transfusion across their gills. So that's the first question, is there enough oxygen in the water for the fish to be happy and meeting all of their metabolic respiratory needs? And then the second question, with lakes, water has a lot of really cool properties, and one of them is the effect of temperature on the density of water, and also the effect of temperature on the saturation of oxygen in the water. So one of the things we're checking on in the growing season with lakes, if it doesn't have a lot of wind mixing, what'll happen with a lake is you'll have a less dense layer of water floating on the surface, and then you'll have a more dense layer of water that sits on the bottom of the lake, and that's called stratification. You literally get layers or strata of different densities of water. And what I'm going to look for is to see if this lake is stratified or not, or if it's already mixed. 4.65, still 20.5, 4.54.
I'll start the boat and hold us in place.
4.48, still 20.5.
Good. We got to start to drop here pretty quick.
4.56, 20.5.
Good.
4.57, 20.5.
Good. Temperature's still the same.
Mm-hmm. 4.51.
That's 12 feet.
Okay.
Typically, when the heat of the summer, and this isn't very hot yet, or we've cooled down a bunch, but fish will move, I think, a lot to find the right temperature. They'll go feed, then get back down to the temperature that's comfortable for metabolism. Now we're dropping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still going down.
So we're down to 14 feet. We're just at the top of that stratification layer that Katie was talking about. So that thermocline, that layer of water in the middle that caps the top from the bottom, we've just got into the top of that. And the temperature in the DO should drop pretty rapidly here for the next 5-6 feet, and then probably go down to 0 here pretty quick.
Yep, still 20.5.
All right, go for it. Now you're dropping. There we go. I shouldn't laugh. This is total fish geek stuff. Yay, we're below the thermocline. Oxygen just plummeted to 0. That's a sharp cutoff. It's already cooling off from the surface to the bottom.
Yeah, it's not that different.
If it doesn't warm up, this lake would flip over in probably another week or 2. But it's going to get, it's Kansas, it's going to get warm again for a while. So in a 2-foot layer of water, we went from stressful but tolerable to almost 0 oxygen.
It might be 0. We're dropping like a rock right now. It's about 19.5 degrees Celsius.
5.
So we dropped about a degree. 18.9. And probably 0.
It's about probably close to 40 feet deep here, so 28, 30, down to 40. We don't have to do any more. 0.25.
Yeah.
So everything's hunky-dory from the surface down to about 16, 18 feet, then it drops below 4, gets a little stressful, but we're okay till we hit 24 feet. And from 24 feet down to, this lake's about 42 feet in the deepest spot. The entire bottom level of this layer of this lake, below 22 feet, is dead water. There's nothing, not even a fathead minnow can survive down in that stuff right now.
There's bacteria that live down
Bacteria
there,
that live in there, but they're not very efficient.
though. No.